Okay, so here we go for another live stream. This time it's Europa Universalis, and what I'll show you today is a campaign which I started yesterday with the Korean. So let's make a quick tour of this place. So essentially Korea is here, in case you have no idea where it is. And I expanded all the way here. I defeated the Manchurian bunch. Yeah, they were supposed to destroy Ming, but I decided to destroy them first. I also ended up in a war against Japan, which was mostly about me protecting myself. And after that, it was all about slowly gaining ground around here. But as you can see, I did not gain so much ground here. Okay, so I ended up gaining mostly ground around here with colonization. So I Europa Universalis, all the way north here. I have contact with Russia which I started here, which yesterday with I'm a little concerned about. So I beefed up my defense around here. Make a quick tour of this place because they seem a little more technological than me. Then I have the horde here, which I'm okay with. And I expanded Ming Dynasty. I'm not too friendly or foe against them. Zoo, the Manchurian bunch. Yeah. I also have Taiwan under my control, as well as Okinawa here. Ended up in a war against Japan, which started to colonize about me protecting myself. That region around here. So I have 3 provinces. After that, it was all about, as you can see, we're still discovering the world around here. I also went all the way here to colonize, as you can see, I did not gain Maldives. So much ground here. Okay, so I ended up making my way toward potentially colonizing Africa, but it's too far for the moment, all the way north. So we'll see how it goes. I have contact with Russia around here, which I'm a little concerned about, so I beefed up my question about anything, make sure to ask me, because they seem a little more what live broadcast is about. Then I have the horde here, which also if you have proposition, tricks or tips, I just got this game yesterday, Cybertool brought it to me. Probably will have bought it anyway, but you beat me to it. Also essentially I'm a beginner. I just started playing yesterday, so we'll see how it goes. Colonize that region around here. There's also America, which I might want to explore at some point. As you can see, we're still discovering the world around here. We seem pretty much still colonized onto the old continent. Maldives, Africa seems barely. I'm making my way toward potentially colonizing Africa, but it's too far for area. Lithuania, we'll see how it has become pretty big. Ottoman Empire is big. Persia is big. So I beefed up my question about it there. England did not seem to expand too much, but Library is big. Then I have the horde here, which so if you have proposition, tricks or tips, I just got this game yesterday, Cybertool, but of course my empire is already pretty big anyway, but you beat me to it. And I think my goal here is to potentially go, essentially I'm explore Africa, that seems to be an easy, so we'll see how it goes. Objective for colonization, that region around here, so that's why I ended up colonizing this place, to explore that it gives me the means discovering the world. Make my way pretty much still colonize onto the. And the thing is, here I can no longer colonize. Make my way toward colonizing Africa, but it's too far from area. I don't seem to be able to spend much into Oceania. Ottoman Empire is big. Persia is big. We'll have to wait. As for my own territory, it's pretty big. Then I have well developed. Nearly all the buildings that have built here. I just got this game yesterday, Cybertool, but of course my empire is already 16-5. Well, that might beat me to it. And I think my goal here is, and my empire is actually pretty prosperous for Africa. That's that my armies are not particularly good for colonization. Probably that's why I ended up. I don't have a sufficiently big army that gives me the means for the purpose. Make my way increase my military a little. And the thing is, here I can no longer colonize. Now that should resolve the problem of me talking 3 times. Anyway, just tell me if it's fixed now. So assuming that the sound is now resolved, tell me if it's fine. Normally it should be. Okay, nice. You need to tell me when there's something wrong. This way I can fix it. It's because of YouTube charming way of handling everything. So as I explained 3 times in a row previously, I will beef up my defense against Russia potentially. Securing my border. I'll also develop my defense potentially against Japan, because there's a chance that they still want to beat me. But that did not work previously. So, and if you guys, any of you guys actually familiar with that game? Do I have any competent player of this here? Because, as I said, I just started playing this yesterday. So any advice about what I should do? There seem to be a lot of trading around here. One thing is sure is I need to expand somewhere. Oh, I seem to be able to expand there. So it seems that Korea will now colonize Africa. Let's hope things will turn better. Assuming my ship actually survived the trip. They are actually very damaged, so I might not send them right away. I need to fix them first. Now to do so, I will have to build perhaps a port here. There's already something being built. Yeah, we'll ultimately conquer Europe. That should be no big deal, right? Especially with outdated armies, like the one I have. Now let's see in terms of diplomacy how strong they are. 19. I think I have 11 military technology. Yeah, I don't think I'll go there yet. First of all, I think what I'll do is I'll become a strong colonial empire. And after that, I will, well, while I'm doing that, I will increase my military strength. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm colonizing the small area here. I wonder if all that colonization will end up harmful to me or not. So I have colonized Bane. I'm sending an army there so that I can potentially protect my settlers. Yeah, as you can see, they got slaughter my settlers. We will have to. Let's see. That's too long. I will have to pull back my fleet. It is hard to protect my colonists, my settlers. Yeah, conquering Japan could be an interesting challenge. But it's just my military is not that powerful. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on potentially expanding on any weak targets. Like unclaimed territory. Oh, I think I lost my fleet there. That is definitely not good. We'll build up a couple of small ship in that province here. And I will build an army, and then I will go and support a colony over there. Hopefully. The Ming dynasty is always also in a kind of a civil war all the time. Thinking about taking advantage of that. Well, I just got this game yesterday, so I cannot tell you if it's worth getting or not. But it's a grand scale strategy game, so usually they are worth getting. And so far, I like it so far. And I suppose that this game in multiplayer must be a lot of fun. Seems that establishing this colony here seems rather difficult. Is this game complex? Good question. I don't find it particularly complex, but it's clear that at the beginning, if you have no clue what you're doing, it might be a little scary, but it's clear that, like everything, once you understand all the principle of it, it's not that complex. Essentially, what you do is you need to evaluate who you want to be your friend and who you want to be your enemy. And from there, you build up your diplomacy around that. It's a fun game for that aspect. It's all about strategizing and anticipating and that kind of stuff. For example, here the Ming Empire is being ripped apart by rebels. So what I could do here is actually potentially support the rebels. So let's see that. So here I go into diplomacy and let's see, covert action, support rebel. I have two groups of rebel. I will support the Ming peasant. And I will now financially support the rebels. And as you can see, they appear as friends in blue here. While my army are in green and neutral are gray and hostile are red usually. So now by supporting the Ming peasant, hopefully that will create another faction within the faction. Or maybe it will simply replace the leadership in place there. But what I'm expecting is that it will make the Ming Empire weaker. And as a result of this, it might open the door for me to conquer some of it. So that will be a good thing. Actually, I will verify if I can do anything about that. Okay, cannot really send another diplomat to declare war on them yet. So for me, I don't find this game particularly complex. It's just a question of getting used to the parameter. Essentially, here you have a different message. And what I'll do here is I'll boost the stability of my empire, which gives me some bonus. As a result of doing that, I will be... well, my nation will have potentially less rebellion. Essentially, that's the most important button of this place. While here I have a potential rebellion in that province right here, but I have a big army there. Well, big army, everything is relative. Let's see. And here you can handle it, but usually if you handle them, that might create problem or it costs you something, which you're not necessarily always interested in. So for example, it cost me 50 military power to reduce the risk of revolt. But to be honest, the risk of revolt is 0.7%, which is very low. And if they do revolt, I have an army there, so that should not be a problem. Well, Arts of Iron 3 is not that complex either. So yeah, it depends what's your referential in complexity. But it's clear that what's different about this in Arts of Iron is Arts of Iron really focus on war. And it's clear that at the beginning Arts of Iron 3 is very overwhelming because you have an insane amount of troops. So it's best to start with the small faction maybe and just do some side operation and not necessarily take part into the European battle. But I destroyed my colony again here. We'll have to do something about that. Building up an army here very slowly. While in this, it's really focusing on your country, let's say. So with this, you will... your goal is to expand your country and survive, because while my Korean empire is pretty big right now, at any time there might be a European faction which will completely beat me, so... something which we don't necessarily want, but might happen at any time. Okay, so here for example, I want to conquer a few provinces of the Ming Empire, and since the rebels are really much, or very much doing all the job, I will first of all make sure to join the rebel to my cause, perhaps. I'm sending a diplomat. Okay, I see. I think I understand what's going on. You cannot support the rebels while declaring war on the country. That is why. Yeah, actually I will recommend you to try the demo. It's a good idea there. Here I will repay my loans, because these loans are bad for your economy long term. Oh, I'm actually losing money there. It's probably because of this guy, which cost me a fortune. Get out of here. We'll replace him with somebody with more modest ambition, let's say. So here in this tab, government, you can put advisor, and those advisor will influence positively your empire, and it will also increase the amount of administrative power that you gain. But the better the advisor, the more it costs, and as a result of this, 26 per month is too much for my economy, so I will have to go with somebody much more modest. And you can actually not have advisor if you feel like it. It's just that over time it does make a difference. So for example, here I will hire 2 rather cheap advisors. Now I need to find a place to colonize. But colonizing Africa seems rather difficult right now. It's way too far and my ships are somehow dying. I think I will produce more ships in Korea. We'll also build an army. By building on multiple provinces, I will probably speed up the realization of my army. Will improve my relation with different factions around here. This might open some interesting trading. Just developing my empire infrastructure right now. While you're playing this, there's many messages like this, which allows you to make different choice. So, for example, here nobles demand recompensation. So the state has lived off the contribution of the nobles for a long period of time. Now the country is doing well, so the nobility is eager to get their cut of the cake. So I can ignore them, which will affect my stability, which gives you some bonus. Or I can pay them. And that will make me lose 1 stability and a lot of money, and I think I'll do that even though I'll go into debt. And the reason why I do that is that stability gives me some bonus which are really useful long term. So I will simply keep my stability at a maximum, and anyway money, I make a lot of money, so I'll be able to pay my debt pretty fast hopefully. With 49 a month. That should go fast. I took 2 loans for doing that. So here I did build an army which will serve me for suppressing the native of my future colonies. Because sometimes the native don't like that you're colonizing the place. Seems there was a revolt here, which was quickly disposed of. I'll replay my loan, which is something you really need to get rid of very quickly. I'm just building one more ship. Let's make that too. In order to transport my troops. Was an uprising here which prevented me from making that my colony yet. Slow me down, but at least it did not destroy the colony. While here my colony never gets big enough to continue, so it gets destroyed. That's why I'm building this army right here. Okay, so establishing cantonment. Yeah, the establishment of a permanent recruiting area for armies of the age has made it much easier for us to extract men from the population and to serve in the army. Okay, should I draft the citizen or what? Mass draft with financial incentive. I will do that. Financial incentive. I will not simply draft the population, I will invite them to join. Because I'm a good king, after all. Okay, what is that? Trade depot. Let's build that all over the place, that will increase my revenue. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll recruit more troops, and we'll try to invade a little more the Ming dynasty. First of all, I guess I will fabricate claim or something. Nope. Apparently I cannot. Why? Oh. All my diplomats are already sent. There's also those horde here, which might not be that difficult to defeat. I might as well work on getting some claim on their territory. Sorry. While this is happening, I will raise some troops. Which make me think, did I pay all my debt? Nope, I will pay that. So my objective will be to either start a war against those horde here, or the Ming dynasty. Either way, I think maybe the horde might be an easier place to conquer. Will improve my relation with the zoo, which might be enemies to the Ming. So, hunting accident. His body has been draped by whom? Essentially, I seem to have a problem with my heir dying. I will lose some prestige. I don't really care about the prestige. Although it does give me some bonus as well, so... Okay, I will send colonists. Will arrive in 300 days. It will take forever. Here I can improve my military technology. 14. Let's see what kind of enemies I have around here. Well, Portugal is 19. Nowhere near that. Most Europeans seem to have technology which is around 19. And I'm at 14, so I'm a little outmatched. Trying to make my fleet match the date of arrival of my settlers in Africa. It seems a little difficult to fit. Because my settlers, I think they start all the way from here. Fortunately, Russia don't seem that technological. 16, so that means a war against them will not be necessarily too hard. Might have a chance. Okay, so that small territory portion here is now part of my empire. I'm switching it as a core region. This way it's more friendly to me and I can build stuff on it. No, this place is just too far by a little. We'll build one ship here to scout the ocean and discover a new land, hopefully. Oh, that's good. New fort. We'll develop my defense on the border with Russia. Mostly worry about Russia. The rest should not be too much of an issue. I'm more technological than most of my enemies around here. Okay, it's time to send my fleet to support my settlers over there. I arrive in 64 days. While my army should arrive when? Okay, about the same time. The problem is that I don't have... well, there's some attrition to my fleet. So by the time they reach that place, they will have a lot of damage. And let's hope that they don't sink on the way. Okay, good, just in time. So now I have an army which will help me to secure that province. We'll build a small army on that province here, just in case. What I'm doing here is I'm switching to Korean culture. This way it will nearly eliminate any risk of revolt. I just need to find another place to colonize, which is in range of my empire. Because my technology is pretty basic. What I'm doing now is just exploring those undiscovered area. We have discovered Zambia or something. That's good. Now, fully with the colonization of this place, I'll be able to get into the Africa territory. Now, from what I noticed in this game, a lot of what war is about is mostly about, well, especially in my case where the technology I had was kind of bad compared to my enemies. It was a lot about manpower. And even though in the beginning I was losing every battle, I ended up winning the war because my manpower was larger than my enemies. Now that I have a better technology than my nearby enemies, things might be different. As you can see here, I did some scouting and it damaged my ship. That's why the further you go from your own base, the more damage you get. And you can ultimately lose your fleet. There was an uprising here of native, but my army managed to defeat them. Hopefully this province will be turned into a colony very fast. Hopefully. Currently updating my military, well, my infrastructure for military purpose. Across my empire. Hey Dragon. Nice to see you again. I guess I will develop a little the fortification of my colonies. The native here did attack my colony again. Fortunately, my troops defeated them without much trouble. I think my claim on Ming are starting to be pretty strong. I think I will start building perhaps an army. That should be a pretty big army. I have a lot of manpower. I will try to either I will attack those horde here, which might be easy picking, or I will try to capture a lot of territory from Ming. Just improving a little my relation with different factions. Because you never know, I might completely annex Ming. Seem unlikely, but possible. The thing is that Ming has been ravaged so many times by a rebellion that it's very likely that they're not that strong anymore. And they must be low on manpower to be ravaged by a rebellion. So far they have been rebelling three or four times in that province. The native. Nobody told them that I was friendly. Okay, so I have this faction, which is somewhere around here, which want to be an ally of me. Sure, why not? The thing is, what's interesting about establishing a colony here is that it will allow me to potentially colonize other stuff around here. Apparently that faction doesn't like me. I took as an objective the fact of re-establishing the relation with them. And I'm not sure how to do that. Anybody has an idea? We'll invade them. This way everybody will be happy. I'm not sure that's what they mean by yeah, improving relation. Okay, now that province is mine. It's kinda sad that I cannot expand yet into a nearby province. We need to explore it yet first. Okay, so I'm thinking about starting a war against the Ming. Now, hopefully, I will be able to do something. First of all, what I'll do is I'll accumulate some money, because sometime in time of war you might need some. So we'll accumulate some of it, and then I will start a war against the Ming. Well, it appears that there's a limit of how many general you can have. Okay, so here we go for the war with the Mings. Oh, wait. Ah, damn it. We have a regency right now, so we cannot start a war. That's not fair. I'm all ready. I guess we'll fabricate more claims. It seems that the Ming and that faction, the hordes, are at war with each other. Which is good for me, because they will make each other weaker. Okay, so I will explore with that ship while I cannot do anything else. I'm not even sure I can explore with that ship. The Portuguese are colonizing that. There seems to be at least one province I can colonize here. Well, ultimately, by just having multiple ports like that, I will end up being able to go all the way to Europe at this pace. No, look at that. They are really getting destroyed. And it's not by me because I cannot declare war yet. That's not practical. Okay, so it's time to colonize Africa over here. And here as well. When will this regency end? Now I have 100,000 people in my manpower, which I assume is pretty good. It's just that I cannot use them in a war yet, which is the irritating part. will improve my relation with Portugal because they seem to be a strong colonial empire. I will try to beat them to it, but it's, they seem very fast. Well, nobles ask an insane amount of money from me. I'll pay. So what I'll do is I'll go support my colony over there, and then I'll bring this other army for that colony over here, since the locals are not particularly aggressive. There's also a colony here which I can do something about. I really look forward to that regency being over. That's because my king is a 8-year-old guy. Come on, what is this? Just have to explain to him that the country nearby has better toys. So we need to invade them. Please take a decision. Oh well, that colony was defeated by the native. I'll have to bring that army from there. I was too slow there. Yeah, I'll show you the Balkan. The Ottoman are currently sending their horde of Bashibuzuk to tax everybody in that region. So yeah, Ottoman are pretty strong right now. I can come and colonize this place. Oh, there's a lot of hostile in there. And my colonists are already busy elsewhere. It's really amazing how much the Ming keep surviving, and yet each time they get invaded by people around them. You're welcome. Yeah, if you guys want to see anything specific in my campaign, feel free to ask. Hopefully my settlers will arrive very soon here. My colonists. And I will bring my army here to support them. The thing is that by expanding like that on those colonies, I'm making my way slowly toward Europe, or at least have European contact. I think somewhere I can probably westernize my empire at some point. Oh, yeah, that's here. Also here in that region is a good place to expand in terms of colonies, because there might not be that much competition for it. So I might change my mind from Africa to Indonesia. Anyway, having a few colonies around here is enough. The thing about Russia is that I probably could conquer a lot of territory on them, but I haven't. Well, look, they have 17 technology for military, and let's see how much I have. I have 14, so they will likely just completely beat me in every battle. Maybe my manpower will be giving me a small edge, but I'm not sure how strong their manpower is. So the thing is that there's no gain for me to wage war against Russia right now. Which make me think I should improve the relation. Also, I did not claim anything of their territory. I cannot start a war without having claims on somebody's territory. So you need to build your case to expand. The way the economy works in this is that you develop your territory or you expand, and each territory bring you tax revenue. And there's also trades like here. You can actually, I mean here you can choose where you send your merchant, and you see the kind of profit you'll make from trading. Actually, I ordered a trade embargo on Japan. That's probably why they are so quiet since so long. So the thing is that your revenue, as you can see here, I'm doing 33 from taxation, 34 from production. Let me just preserve my fleet here. Then I'm doing 18 from trade, 3 from gold, tariff 31. Not sure what that is here. Okay, so if you put ships on trading lane at sea, you end up making money from it. I shall do that. Okay, what else? Vassal. Well, I don't have any vassal. Arbor fees. War subsidies. So yeah, these are your different income. Then my expense, 9 for advisor. make interest. Oh, apparently I have a loan. I will pay that out. So I'm paying back my debt because interest cost me something. Then army maintenance 61. Fleet maintenance 2. I have a pretty small fleet. So essentially, the more you expand in terms of territory, the more money you'll make. But also, the more you develop your territory, the more money you'll make. So for example, you can build different buildings. If we go here, each of these buildings give you bonus in terms of what they are doing. So for example, here I built a temple which increased by 1 my tax income. Armory increasement power, as well as recruitment time and the cost of recruiting stuff. Training field does the same essentially, but higher level. Constable increased by 20% the tax revenue. Marketplace increased the power by 1. Trading power. Trading depot increased by 25% and 1 trade value. So essentially, you can develop your empire that way. And you will make more money. But for example, if you're super rich, but you wasted all your manpower, which is right here, into a war, even if you have the capacity to build a regiment, they won't refill in men. So everything is interconnected in this game, and that's what make this game interesting. It's there's a certain level of complexity which make it enjoyable. And if, for example, Rome Total War 2, well, Rome 2 Total War was like that, it will be a much better game. We'll have a proper campaign. So here, for example, these are level of technology which you develop using administrative power, diplomatic power, and military power. So these power, you develop them using advisors and different buildings or that kind of stuff, and from there you're able to progress into the technology level here. And each decision costs you different things. So essentially, on the long run, this game allows you to really have an empire which reflects the decision you made in the long run. So if you make bad decision, at some point it will reflect on how well you do in the game. But so far, I think my decisions were fine. My only problem right now is that my king is underage. And that prevents me from taking the decision to go to war. Also, what's interesting is that in this you cannot simply say, oh, I want to go to war with that faction. You need to build up your case. You need to have a reason to. So, for example, you need to say to spy on your enemy and then say, for example, here, fabricate claim. That gives me a kind of argument to say, oh, well, you know, these guys, they have territory which belong to us. So that gives me an argument to start a war, and also that gives me stuff to gain from a war with them. For example, you can end up doing simply war for preventing your enemy to colonize stuff. It's like just to humiliate them and tell them, look, stop colonizing or stop trading around here. That kind of stuff. I think I will increase the size of my fleet. Now, of course, you can make a super big army if you want, but usually that become a logistical nightmare, and that will make you lose troops for nothing. So there's many different factors. The thing is that there's many factors, and that might lead people to think that this is complex, but it's not that complex. It's just you can simply ignore most of the aspect, and you will still be able to play this. Oh, workshop, good product. I will build this all over the place. Okay, here my ally is actually at war against Brunei. Where is that? Since it's only one faction, why not? Okay, it's the faction right here. We'll invade them. Well, I'm actually building some navy right now. On my different province here. But the thing is that I want a navy because right now, first of all, I'm at war with those guys. Which make me think that I should probably build some claim against them. Nope, no luck with that. But I need a navy, and the thing is the navy, from what I just discovered recently, seem to allow you to make some money from trading route, so you can put tariff. So I want to try that out. Also, I'm thinking about bringing this navy back to Korea. Yeah, if Total War wanted to evolve, this will be the kind of campaign they should do. Because this is, I think Total War is so shallow in terms of campaign nowadays that it's really what's killing it. Or killing my interest for it, I should say. I think this game here, even though there's no, you know, good-looking battle, is much more interesting in the long run, because first of all, you really have the impression that your choice matter in the long run, while in Total War most of them don't. And in this game there's an actual diplomacy, while in Total War there's no diplomacy at all. Usually the diplomacy in Total War is you're at war or not. Sure, the name of the game is Total War, but, you know, you should not have to enter Total War all the time. How about having some peace sometime and a story? Because I think in this game, there's a story right here. Like, yeah, I'm the Korean Empire right now, and I'm colonizing the world. So that's a kind of story which has nothing to do with what actually happened, but this is my own story. So that's a fun aspect of this game. Now the only problem with building up a fleet or anything of that kind is that it end up costing you something, but I want to see if there's actually a way to get those tariffs that they spoke about. There was some fighting here. Yeah, Portugal seemed really aggressive on the colonization aspect of things. I wish I could capture those islands and potentially make my way toward America. Really, did they break something? What did they break again? I mean, creative assembly, of course. My king is married to one of the princesses of Ming, which might give me an opportunity to invade this place, claim the throne. Although that seems unlikely. Protect trade. Let's see what that can do. The Ming won an alliance with me. Okay. I guess we'll invade that guy instead. You can see here I'm actually doing a war. I'm taking, well in my case I just captured that place here. Or I'm in the process of doing so. But I don't seem to have much moral. Maybe I should increase the size of this army. But I'm capturing the place nonetheless. Okay, that colony is now self-sustained, so that means that I can, or one of my colonists is available to expand over there. I'm currently not making much money. I think I'm starting to be stabilized in terms of economic balance, which means that I need to be careful about everything I do. What you do once you have secured the colony is you change it to a core province. And this way you'll be able to produce stuff over there. And I will colonize those two provinces, since I have two armies nearby, which will be able to support the place. France want military access. Sure, why not? Oh, I think I might finally have my heir, which is doing something. Can I start a war now? No, I have no diplomat available. That's a bit of an issue. You need a diplomat to declare a war. We'll stop supporting the rebel. That will free my diplomat. And then I will annex this place. Hopefully. I might get completely owned, I don't know. This might be the worst decision in my empire. We'll see. Because this is a horde after all. That might lead me to war with many people, but oh well. There's a battle here. Okay, it was just a bunch of rebel. I cannot now westernize. I will not do that right away. I can see a few enemy armies here, but they are only made of one unit nearly. The good news here is that the Ming are on my side. essentially what I do here is I detach a few troops from my main army and I siege the place while I'll continue progressing on to other province. And as I kind of expected, this faction doesn't seem to have much of an army. Oh wait, there's an army coming here. I spoke too quickly. So my goal now is to eliminate that army. I just hope that my general will be competent enough. I don't have a general, which is a bit of an issue. Oh well. I guess number will have to do. Will be a tough fight. Oh, I got reinforcements. This battle might take forever. So I'm bringing another army in reinforcements. So let's see. Oh, these guys had a big bonus in army tradition. While in my case it's prestige. Yeah, I did lose a lot of troops. Way more than they did, I think. Yep. Yeah, I did lose an enormous amount of troops. So I did capture one province yet with my siege. But the goal now is really to destroy this army of that faction. When that will be done, it will make things much easier. look, there's some pirate here. Okay, that's interesting. That faction here is at war with me. Little surprising. That's the problem of having a colonial empire. You need to defend it. They did manage to destroy a few of my units here. By dodging my main army. We didn't manage to take one of my colony over here. Hey Tarvi, welcome on the live stream. I'm chasing down their enemy, well, that army over there. They're actually managing to inflict me a lot of loss. There's also attrition, which in that zone is probably not particularly good, especially since this is winter. Waging war in winter is a really bad thing. Okay, they are offering me peace. I will accept. They give me many territory. So let's see what it does. Okay, I did gain a lot of terrain. Anyway, I don't think I will have captured anything more. Because the war was with multiple nations, so I will not have been able to go wage war against them, and I will not have been able to annex the entire territory. Also, I need to absorb those new territory into my empire, so convert them to my faction culture and that kind of stuff, so that will take a while. And I will need to rebuild my manpower, which has suffered greatly from that war. There's already a rebellion against me. It was fast. These rebels are really persistent. Okay, well, now that my war is victorious, I need to recover from it. You can see here my manpower went from 100,000 to 5,000, so that did cost me quite a bit. On the other hand, I receive an enormous amount of money while I wasn't paying attention, so that's pretty good. I will build a courthouse with all that money, which will reduce the chance of rebellion, which is something that is important because I want to westernize my country so that I'll be able to face those European. So okay, there we go. Oh, each time it cost me what is this? Administrative stuff. Okay, let's see, what else can I build? I will improve the defense of my colonial empire. I'm building some workshop. Here I will build my defense. Since my colony don't seem to be particularly safe from enemy incursion. We'll establish a colony in Banten. So I'll move some of my army over there. I'll replace this army. No, actually I cannot. That's because I don't have the manpower right now. I guess I need to build up buildings for manpower. Because right now I'm a little low. That is a very strong resistance. I'm developing my commerce with the European now. That's a good thing. He seems to pay much more than locals. I'm still recovering from that war, though. My manpower is far from what it should be. Seems that my armies are already taking care of everything going on. In terms of rebellion. Well, the fact that this army suffered from attrition probably did not help my manpower to restore itself. I guess I should be more careful about that. So our producer become complacent as our use of Smithian economic led us to production technique to be too advanced. Okay. Adding all reduced production efficiency. The Mongols' population don't seem particularly happy. Not too sure where my fleet. Where is my fleet? I need a fleet. I will colonize that place. Maybe that will allow me to go all the way to America. They say that I have too many diplomatic relations. Really? I'm a man of the world. Why do you limit my diplomatic relation? What is this? Okay, well, I think I'll take a break now. We've been doing this for 2 hours and 43 minutes. That's quite a while. So I'll take a break, and if you guys actually enjoyed this this specific game, please tell me into the comment section. And if you want more of that in the future, make sure to tell me about it. So on this, I'll leave you there, and I'll see you around.